everyone, with the season finale of Star Wars Rebels yesterday, I thought I would make my predictions for what we might see in Season 4. These are just my thoughts, so we'll see if any of them come true starting later this fall. Honestly, I was quite surprised that Phoenix Squadron would be heading straight to Yavin 4. With the meetup on Dantooine of the Rebel fleet just a few episodes ago, I thought for sure that they would go there next for their next destination on Dantooine, and then eventually go to Yavin 4 more towards the end of Season 4, kind of leading up to Rogue One. So this was a huge surprise for me. So this means because they will be at Yavin, there are going to be a lot of character tie-ins from characters we know and love from Rogue One and A New Hope. We will definitely see more Mon Mothma. I expect her to use Phoenix Squadron to kind of go on missions that will take episodes of the season away from Yavin 4 to other planets. So I expect Rogue One cameos as well. I predict we will bump into CAssian, and I would not be surprised if they intersect at Jeddah with Saw Gerrera. We know Saw is coming back from Rebels Recon, so it would be logical if they would meet on Jeddah, as it feels we are getting really close to Rogue One. I would expect some more explanation to the audience about his injuries, kind of maybe from geonosis or kind of an evolution from the last time we saw him and he was more normal. They've done some explaining, but it helped the audience in general to kind of see how he gets transformed so dramatically to the version we know in Rogue One. We will definitely see more of the Mandalorian Civil War and plenty of Sabine. I expect them to bring in Bo-Katan from Clone Wars. I predicted this earlier this season and still believe it will happen. Be interesting to see if she will use the Darksaber, if Sabine gives it to her to kind of run things, or what exactly to do with the character. But you'll definitely see a mesh from that Clone Wars thread to Rebels, as hinted by the creators. And it'd also be interesting to see just how many episodes they dedicate to this story arc. As, I don't see Phoenix Squadron being in a lot of these episodes. It probably will just be mostly Sabine. So it'll be a big, decision for them to decide how much time they give this Civil War and kind of take away from the rest of the story. I believe Thrawn will still be a central character in Season 4, but we probably won't see him in every episode just like in Season 3. Hopefully he gets to have more of what I call Thrawn moments and the opportunity to cause havoc. I'll have more of an idea once the Thrawn book is released in a few weeks, but who knows, he could tell Vader and the Emperor that there was some crazy Jedi devilry, and we could see more Inquisitors be introduced because of what happened in the season finale, or Vader himself kind of go after Kanan and Ezra again as their powers have increased. So it'll be interesting to see, and I definitely expect that the Bendu in some form will make an appearance somewhere. I think we will get some interesting lore behind the temples on Yavin 4. They have a rich history in Legends material, and Rebels has been really good at exploring some of these ancient relics and temples from Jedi and Sith. So I expect the presence of Kanan and Ezra to open some of these mysteries. Speaking of Kanan, I honestly don't think he will make it through Season 4. Maybe if there's a Season 5, but he's just not going to make it. I fully expect him to die by the end of Rebels, or obviously Luke Skywalker would have met with Kanan. As for Ezra, man, this one's really hard to predict. I thought there would have been a bigger pull to the dark side, given the trailers and first episode of Season 3 in Rebels, but I don't see it much there anymore. To be honest, he's had a big arc to where he used to be, and he really has kind of embraced the light side for the most part. And, we don't have any other material or knowledge really about Ezra Bridger post Rogue One. So, I doubt they would kill him and Kanan. So I'm going to go off on a limb and say that Ezra is kind of abducted by Vader, Inquisitors, or the Emperor Palpatine. Almost a Starkiller kind of storyline from Force Unleashed Legends material. So I'm kind of going off on a limb on this one. We should get some more ideas as trailers drop and Star Wars Celebration comes around the corner. That's just my thought that, they wouldn't just create this Ezra character just to kill him in Kanan. So maybe he will be used later down the line, kind of as a Dark Force user that gets kind of tortured and changed. So that's just kind of my thought, kind of a darker side of Rebels, but we'll see. I expect Hera should continue to have a larger role in the rebellion, become that General Syndulla in Rogue One, and Agent Kallus should as well. I expect his role should expand. He really can do almost anything, as he's not really tied to anything specific through the original trilogy. He can kind of interweave and not be super known and do lots of things. So it'll be interesting what they do there. I'm not totally sure what they will do. He could be some kind of intelligence officer. Who knows? One thing I do hope for is just a clear-cut answer to Ahsoka. They've hinted that they're bringing back some old characters. Maybe that's her. I really hope so. That to have a fitting ending. I would have been fine if Vader killed her, but they left it, at that ambiguous ending where it can be interpreted different ways. And I would just like to know if she died versus Vader in season 2. Okay, awesome. If she's alive, okay, let's figure out. Let's get this going instead of us still questioning to this day. I expect the Ghost Crew to complete their mission on Lothal and to destroy the TIE Defender factory, which was supposed to happen in season 3. Lothal is such a huge piece to the Star Wars Rebels TV show, and I fully expect them to go back to Lothal and make that a huge central storyline. I also expect we will see more Mon Calamari show up, such as General Raddus from Rogue One. The Calamari are a critical piece to the rebellion, so I expect them to start playing their part in the Rebels timeline. I also expect X-Wings to start showing up in Season 4, as we see them plenty in Rogue One, and that is soon approaching. So there are a few of my thoughts and predictions and ideas on Season 4. I expect a lot of character tie-ins from A New Hope and Rogue One, which will make a lot of fans like me happy. Rebels has done an excellent job of interweaving all of the Star Wars storylines together. They really connect all the pieces well, which I truly enjoy. Thanks for watching this episode of Star Wars Lore. I will see you all on the next episode. May the Force be with you.